What's going on, guys? Ethan here at DRC TV. It has been a long 4 months. It's been 4 months. I filmed some stuff later last year, but I just ended up losing the SD card. I don't know where any of mine are except for the one that's in this camera. As you can tell, the bait cave looks a little bit different because this is officially my garage, because my lovely wife and I bought a house. So I've been insulating this bad boy for the last couple weeks. Finally got a nice warm place to store my boat, and a place to do some bait making. I cut the table in half so that way I'll kind of have like an L-shaped workspace. Microwave blew up, so now I'm using Uncle Rick's old microwave. Thanks, Uncle Rick, you're the man. Yeah, so things have definitely been a little bit crazy. I would show you the house, but it is a whole like 6 degrees below zero outside, and I'm not really interested in opening that door up at all. But at some point I might do a house tour or something, if that's something anybody cares to see, but I'm guessing probably not. You probably just want to see me make some baits. I have a couple of new things coming that I really want to show you guys, but I can't yet because I don't want to release anything until we actually fish it. I'm pretty certain that it's going to work good. I have a lot of confidence in the way the design looks, but I'm definitely just not really comfortable putting anything out there until we fish it. We're going in April to fish one of them down on Oneida Lake, so that'll be pretty cool. It should be lots of filming going on. I think I got a couple buddies coming up to help me out with that. It'll be myself, Cole Reinman, Joe Foisey, probably Travis Doctour. Jake Schultz might make it up, but he might be on tour somewhere. I don't know what the tournament schedule is for MPFL yet, but he might be out fishing somewhere, so he might not make it. My buddy Rob will probably end up down there at least one of the days. And then my homie Dante, who I took a trip recently with to Kentucky to go pick up a skeeter for himself. He's going to come down and kind of give us the tour of Lake O, because that's where he's from, and he knows that place like the back of his hand. So shout out to you, my brother, for hooking me up with that sweet Lake Oneida tour coming up in April. So it's pretty close. Today is, I think, January 29th. So we're not very far from that. I'm pretty excited. I got a lot of big things planned for this year. I also have some new packaging coming that got messed up like 2 weeks ago. They kind of missed one of the pieces in the transition on the package, so they got to go through the whole design process again or whatever. But that should be here February 13th, I believe, is what they said. Something about Chinese holiday happening. Yes, I did go through China for my packaging. Yes, it is astronomically cheaper. I like everything about what I'm doing being American made type thing, but the packaging is gonna have to suffer for that. It's gonna be pretty sweet packaging. Hopefully you guys like that. I don't really think that a lot of my viewers here, I don't really think that a lot of you guys are actually like purchasing and fishing these products, but if you are, I think that you will definitely enjoy the new packaging. So without so enough of the jib jab, I guess. Let's go ahead and make some baits. I got on today's agenda, we got a custom order from a James Hatch. I'll give you a little shout out here. It's JP on the water. It's his Instagram handle. Seems like he's got a pretty neat little page going. It says he wants one St. Lawrence Goby bottom feeder with a little bit of black pepper and gold flake, and bottom feeder with darker brown color, more purple gold flake, and then a green pumpkin with blue, orange, and purple flake. So we're going to be making 3 batches of bottom feeders here. They're going to be pretty small batches. He just wants 1 bag of each. So I'll probably make enough for 2 packs of each, that way I can keep them, test them, see what the color does, if it's anything I like, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get some plastic heated up here. So I'll catch you guys when the plastic's hot. So right about here is where I have some baits hanging up on a copper pipe that's strung across my shelves. And I'm just kind of talking about how cold it is and how I had to pull the vent fan out of the window. I'm not really sure what happened to the footage here because I have a pretty good gap in my GoPro footage from the previous clip where I made this custom brown color that turned out really nice. And I also have a little bit of a gap in my big camera footage. So, really sorry about that. Not really sure how to fix it. I'm definitely not the greatest with computers. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy like 2/3 of this video. Because that's pretty much all that I actually filmed. So, thanks. But yeah, so we're good on this color. Seems to not really be fading or anything. I notice sometimes if you shoot a bait, as it sets, the color will change a little bit. That one seems to be doing pretty good. Go ahead and give this one more stir and maybe another 30 seconds. Get these guys. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and, oh boy, where'd that go? That's a fun game to play. These things get everywhere. Oh, it's terrible. They stick to everything. Alright. If I had to give you a measurement, I would say that is like a half a tablespoon. Whatever that is in actual measurements. Sorry, like a teaspoon or something, or a teaspoon and a half, I don't know. I just know that like a half a tablespoon of them beads is plenty for a half a cup. To get you the flotation that you need here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this green pumpkin in there. I would say 10 to 12 drops of our green pumpkin. And we're gonna go, this is Avocado 115 from Lureworks. Six of them. That should give us the color we're looking for here. I like very clear green pumpkins myself. There's definitely a lot of different ways to pull off a green pumpkin color out there. A lot of different companies have different techniques and ways that they like to see it. I'm a translucent type of guy. If you wanted to go darker, I would say work more with like more of the green pumpkin, or like maybe switch your blend color instead of like an avocado. Maybe go like a dark melon from Dead On, or oh, what's the other one that they make there? Evergreen or something from Lurecraft. Or Lureworks maybe. That's a really darkening color. So we're gonna go ahead and add this orange in here. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and put some blue in here. This is our 1.5 blue. Also a hex flake. pretty light on that. I just kind of want there to be a hint of it. And then we'll go pretty heavy with the purple, because purple's a tough color to keep. You can put it in a bunch of it, but it's very tough to get it to not melt away during reheat cycles and whatnot. I'll go ahead and give that a good stir here. Definitely needs to go back in the microwave, unfortunately. I hate doing that after I just add glitter in, because it immediately kind of changes the way the glitter looks. It's not a lot, but it's definitely enough to notice. So we'll go ahead and pop that guy in there for 30 more seconds. Go ahead and get this fan back up. Try it just slightly cracked. If you guys have any ideas as to how to ventilate this that you think I should hear, go ahead, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Pumpkin here. Go ahead and just give it one more stir. Kick up any glitter that gets locked in on the bottom. Back up. Grab a glove. Make sure our injector's good and cleaned out. Top's locked down. Go ahead and draw. And send that in there. I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna make sure every time that you're holding steady pressure. That really is key. And pop that off, top of my sprue off. Man, that is a wicked color. I definitely never really thought to combine those three, but I really like it. It's definitely an interesting color. I'll give them that. I think it would work really good. I'm not positive. I don't really remember that great, but I want to say this guy is in Michigan or Minnesota maybe. And I can definitely just think of like they're latitudinally, they're pretty close to my location, and there's a lot of lakes that I can think of, like small clear water lakes that have lots of bluegills and pumpkin seeds and whatnot inside them. This would probably be a good color for areas like that. So we're gonna go ahead and top this bad boy open. Let's see what we can do. Oh man, that's pretty good. I might have to steal that one. Sheesh, look at that. That is something else. Definitely something else. Wow. That bait is wild looking. Almost seems like it'd be real good flipping clear water. Like up here, even on the St. Lawrence, maybe, you know, just like flipping into some coontail with this would be. Whew. Man, that is absolutely just wild. Definitely super glad that I did that one. Wow, I think he's going to be stoked about that. Alright, hanging this one right there. Not much left over with that half cup, which I guess is probably a good thing, because I'll make that and probably never use it. I'm a peanut butter and jelly man. When it comes down to it, I'm a PB&J man. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and make laminate. Gonna need both of these guys out and ready here. Top plate here. I'm gonna go ahead and lube these up a little. Great way to do that. A little worm oil on the top. Plunger's up. Drop your plunger, flip it, and just let it sit there. Kind of help out just a little. Nothing crazy, but definitely makes your life a little bit easier. I'm gonna go ahead and get both of these, at least get the plastics warmed up. Alright, so we got these guys sitting right here, half cup each. First one, some blue pearl here. That's gonna be our bottom. We're going to go ahead and put in some pearl white also. And just a smidge of regular white. Doesn't matter what kind. That one in particular is 104, but just a white. Go ahead and get that all stirred in there. Should have a pretty good little blue tinge to it, but for the most part it's going to be your white bottom. Perfect. Love it. Next, going to be a little bit of secret brown. 6 drops of that. And we're going 10 drops of our brown oxide. And for this particular one, we're going to do 3 drops of mint brown, which is 188. Perfect. Now we need, what did he say he wanted in there more than anything? Only a little bit of black pepper and gold flake. So for black pepper, we're going to use a 1.5. Just a sprinkle of that. We'll do a little bit more of the black pepper. I was going to go a little bit of both sizes, but I want that black pepper to be a pretty good base, and then the gold will go with a 3.5 and 1.5 mix. 3.5, a little bit of 1.5 here. Here we go. Stir this up. Take this. Grab our blending block. There is no top and bottom to this bait. Grab our plastic here. I just heated this up a little bit so that way it can shoot a little better. ahead and hold that pressure. Go ahead and shoot the excess back in there. Go ahead and swipe that sucker clean. Should be pretty much done here. There you go. Didn't turn out terrible. Definitely not quite what I was thinking it was going to look like, but I'm not really sure if I like it better this way or if I want to try to get more of what I had in mind. I guess what's more important is that he likes it. So I'm going to go ahead and send him this draft and see what he thinks. But I'm almost thinking I want more along the lines of a bigger black flake. But when I like the small flake, but now I'm kind of regretting it. I just kind of wish that I had thrown that 3.5 in there. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot him a message and ask him what he thinks here. And we'll go from there. Boom. Gorgeous, he says. Alright. Looks like that's her. So that is pretty much what it looks like to make a custom order of baits. Right there. They're not typically a lot of work. Sometimes they're labor intensive, but that's usually only for like bulk orders. Like obviously, like there's a video up of me doing like 200 and some smoke purple flake. Like that's a lot more work than something like this is. This only took me about an hour, I would say, and that's with filming, so probably like 20 minutes maybe. But it's definitely like way more fun to do lots of smaller volume, but more interesting colors. Definitely love doing custom orders. If you guys have any colors that you would like to see, please make sure that you comment in the description down below. I am always looking for ideas to create content. Last year, I said I was going to do a lot of fishing content, but a lot of it that I did, I was either trying to replicate something that I had done previously and epic failed, or I had some pretty sweet footage from a day where we went out and caught like 26 pounds of smallmouth, but I lost all of that. If I find it at some point, I will post that video, but I have a pretty bleak outlook on me finding that. I really don't foresee it happening. It could, but I've looked pretty much everywhere for that SD card. It's the only one I have that's red. And it just didn't work out. I may, like I say, I may find it at some point in the future, but I still plan to do that going forward. Like I say, we're going down to Oneida Lake in literally, I mean, we're talking 2 months. 2 months and 12 days. And we're going to be going down there. I actually got to book the place. I haven't booked it yet. I've looked at a lot of them. It's pretty cheap to go down there in April, and the fishing's pretty much banging from what I understand. So that should be good. I should have I'll probably do like a 3-day drop on something like that, and maybe have some collabing going on. I've got a buddy of mine that does a lot of waterfowl photography that might come up, help me film that, and Dante's probably gonna help do some filming too. Probably get on the panfish pretty good and do some perch fishing videos this spring. I didn't really think I was going to do as well as I did last year, so knowing what I know from last year, this year, probably have some pretty sweet perch fishing footage coming, as long as I can find a day with no wind, because wind is the enemy. Anyways, really appreciate you guys hanging on. I've been gaining subs pretty steadily, where I actually think we're pretty close to 400, which would be the next giveaway. Because as promised, I'm doing a giveaway every time we double our subscriber count. And we are at 368 subs right now. So we're real close. And I think for this next giveaway, I'm going to give away literally all of my old stock. So everything that's older than 2021 is going. So this could be somewhere's in the ballpark of like 40 to 80 bags of baits. So if that's something that you would be interested in, make sure that you share this page. You don't have to share this video, but just make sure that you share this page, and get people to hit the subscribe button, get people a like, comment, whatever, and just try to get your buddies involved in this and whatever, because I mean, honestly, like if you got 5 good buddies that you go fishing with all the time, I mean, if you get those 5 to subscribe and one of you 5 wins it, you guys are pretty much all split like 20 bags of baits or your 10 bags of baits or what. I mean, I've got like a tote just full. I mean, they're not bad. It's just stuff I never really sold a lot of. Like a lot of chartreuse drop shot baits didn't really ever sell that good, so I kind of took them off the market. Like some yam colors that didn't really do well. I've got a pile of Neds, like probably a full tote this size of just Ned baits that are going to be getting giveaway with all that. Bunch of swim baits, probably a bunch of big 9-inch curly tails. These guys right here, I haven't sold a lot of them, and I plan on potentially reaching out into the like Elastec market for those. So I'm probably just going to give away everyone that I have that's made out of just regular blend now, because I've caught some pike on them and they don't really hold up very well. And I'd like it to be something that you could catch at least 2 or 3 fish on instead of just 1. Considering I'd have to sell them for, $4 or $5 a piece. So it'll be a pretty good giveaway at 400 subs. And like I say, right now we're at 368. So we're only 32 away. It's not very far. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. You guys have hung on pretty good, and I got some really sweet stuff coming in the future. So take care of yourselves. Tight lines as always. Have fun. Peace.